All right, good morning, everyone. Today's the Town Council regular meeting, Wednesday, June 7th, 2023 at 8 a.m. in the Town Hall Green Room. Can we all stand for the pledge, please? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. Item number 2, visitors. Are there any visitors that would like to be recognized? No visitors. We'll move on to item number 3, which is the approval of the minutes for the May 17th, 2023 meeting. Do we have a motion to approve?
So moved.
A second? Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstain? I think I got to abstain, right? Doesn't matter, I'm not voting. Okay. Item number 4, which is the Morgan Scholarship Award. So every year we give out 2 scholarships to 2 seniors at Morgan High School, or the Morgan School, sorry. I'm going to get yelled at by Jane now. I am. So this year we're going to award our scholarships to Sydney Giuliano and Joseph Morse. So we have a little something to say on each of the students, and then we'll give out the scholarships. Sydney has worked very hard throughout the past 4 years and has always challenged herself academically. Sydney's positive attitude, dedication, and character are exemplified through her commitment to many activities in which she participates. Sydney has had a part-time job, been a member of countless organizations such as REACT and Girl Scouts. Through REACT, she has participated in many different community service activities. Through her volunteer work with Clinton Human Services, she received the Connecticut Association of Prevention Professionals Award. She also applied her passion for helping both people and animals through Girl Scouts, where she received her Silver Award this past year. Sydney is also an active member of the Morgan athletic community. She has been a key member of the Morgan School softball team for her entire 4 years. Additionally, Sydney has received awards every year for her hard work, both academically and for her character and volunteer work. She's made a positive impact on our school community and will be missed. Sydney will be attending Stonehill College next year, where she will continue to make a positive impact within the school community. So I have your thing. Are we good? Thank you. Congratulations. Okay, next is Joseph. Joseph is a kind, polite, respectful, hardworking, intelligent, confident, thoughtful, and sincere young man. Joe is a natural leader, which is highlighted on the field in soccer and on the tennis courts, where he's been voted captain by his teammates. Joseph will be attending Quinnipiac University in the fall, where he will undoubtedly continue to shine as an athlete and scholar. Clap. You're too tall, I can't see it. Congratulations. Now the good news, you guys get to go back to school. All right. We will now move on to item number 5, which is appointments and reappointments. These are all reappointments. We can do these as one, right? Okay. Congratulations. Congratulations. See you later. Good seeing you.
Bye. Congratulations.
Okay, so obviously we have a lot of reappointments today, so thank you. So can we, does anybody have a problem with us doing them all together? These are just reappointments, so there's nothing here that's...
No.
Sort of, okay. All right, so then we will do one motion for reappointments for the Human Rights Committee: Ava Creighton, Amanda Corcoran, Natalie Jones, Abby, I'm going to do her name again. Rocca Piori, thank you. For a term until 7/1/2026. Chris Williams to the Park and Recreation Commission until 6/30/2027. Paula Tunney, Design Review Board until the term of 6/30/2026. Ryan Matthew, Inland Wetlands Commission, for a term until 6/30/2027. Lawrence Edwards, Inland Wetlands Commission, alternate seat until 6/30/2027. Joe Hofferly, Public Works Commission, alternate seat for a term until 6/30/2027. Jonathan Pazer, Public Works Commission, for a term until 6/30/2027. Victoria Lavoisier, Housing Authority, for a term until 6/30/2028. Aaron Gaudet, Human Services Advisory Board, for a term until 6/30/2026. And Aaron Lindsay, Coastal Resiliency Task Force appointment. So do we have a motion to make those appointments?
So moved.
A second?
Second.
Any discussion?
Yeah, just one comment. I'd like to thank Mary for sending out the notice to all the U's so that they had the proper opportunity to get reappointed. This is very good, you know, to keep our
She's good
contact
like
up
that.
with the public. And
Yep.
the unaffiliated, they get a representation
Yep.
here in our town.
Yep, thank you.
That is really nice, Mary.
Anybody else? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstain? Thank you. Item number 6, Liz Egan has asked for an exception request to ordinance 194-4A and 194-5A. Obviously, as we all know, Paul Egan recently passed away, and she wants to do a celebration of life here at Town Hall on Saturday, and there will be alcoholic beverages being served, so she needs to get an exception for that. So we look for a motion to approve that request.
I'll make a motion.
A second?
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Thank you. All right. Item number 7, capital carry forward schedules. Oh, Sue, sorry.
Okay, is it, yeah, in front of you in your packet, you have the preparatory request. The town's policy is that appropriation can only stay open for 2 years. At the end of that year, it needs town council request to be carried forward. So anything that wasn't approved in fiscal year '23 needs to be approved. The schedule that you have shows you all the capital projects that are currently outstanding, which is the column A on the report. Column B are the ones that were approved in '23, so those are automatically carried forward. Column C are the ones that the department head said can be closed, meaning those appropriations are open, and that amount totals $44,925. Column D are the ones that I would like you to consider to approve to be carried forward today, which it totals $1,139,362. The explanation for the reason for the carry forward is on the, also included in your packets. That's the 3rd page. So that's what I would like you to pass a motion on today. The final column is column E that we will address when we do the year-end transfers, and that has to do with the NRCS project, that it needs additional funding of $59,000. But right now, I'm asking if you could approve the carry forward request of the $1,139,362.
Any questions?
Just one comment. Well, I see that, you know, we're gonna hold the 59,000, but also we're gonna recommend to close 44. Is there any way that we can take that 44 and throw it towards the 59, so that it ends up being only 15,000 that we're short?
Yeah, it's a,
Column E.
that's up Carl for discussion. He has, we were going through that, so we need to just finalize that.
Yeah, there were some items that were cut out of the capital budget when we were putting the budget together under the assumption that we were going to sweep some of these accounts to use to pay for those
Okay.
projects.
All right, so we'll just take care of it then at the end.
Yeah, so I've got a balance with Sue.
No problem.
What you guys would need to appropriate, and then whatever's left over would go towards the
Okay, fine.
Anybody else? Okay, then we'll look for a motion.
So moved.
A second?
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Thank you, Sue. Item number 8, Chairman's report. Nothing really to report other than the fact that next week is the Morgan School graduation, so we've all been invited, so on the 12th, I think we've all responded to that, so Other than that, obviously, now we're coming into the summer months where the town is obviously doing a lot, except Dennis, because he hasn't graduated. That's what he told us. He's looking for his GED.
Never graduated from Minnetonka.
And as we go forward, obviously, we talk a lot about promoting the town and making sure that people know what's going on in our town, and we're coming into that time of the year where we have a lot of events coming up. July 7th, I believe, is again, the International Food event that we had last year. That was a huge success, so that's coming again this year. And then, obviously, at the end of the year, we'll do the fireworks again. So, again, just making sure that the council members also, when we're out there doing what we do, making sure that we're promoting these events for our town. All right. Town manager's report, item number 9.
You have my written report, so a couple of the highlights there. We're finally moving the fish ladder project along. That's next to the Indian River Shops. We've sort of gone a couple of different angles trying to get that project understood. It's been good partnership with the water company to understand what their needs are as dam removal does impact their wellhead further upstream. So we've got the idea of where the project will go, which is back to a fish ladder, not a dam removal, and reinforcing the dam. We're in discussions to have the water company take over ownership of the dam, as maintaining the dam is primarily for their benefit, and continue the partnership we have with them in order to get that project on the drawing boards at least. Union negotiations have been ongoing, and we'll be discussing that shortly on the agenda. Pickleball, I did make a note in the report adjusting the amount of money that was earmarked within ARPA to pay for pickleball. We did get updated cost estimates based on placing it at the basketball court at IROC, so that slightly is an increase in the amount of money that we needed for pickleball. So that will be the basis of the numbers that would be used during the public hearing. It still leaves you with $35,000 and some change left to be appropriated. And then the Pearson RFP, that came in on Monday. We received 3 proposals from experienced developers. There's a lot to plow through in the individual proposals. So right now, Abby and I are going through the proposals to pull out what we're interested in understanding about what their projects are, what their individual challenges are, what the asks of the town are. So we will vet it at a staff level and then anticipate that I would serve that up to the council for you to get a review of what the 3 are and a recommendation, at least for what the next steps would be. I would envision there'd be some sort of presentation to the council to understand what the nature of the projects are.
Yep.
So there'll be more to come on that.
Questions?
So Carl, I understand that you're gonna give us, you gotta vet through them and give us more information at a later date. Have you been able to at least ascertain if there's gonna be a community feature for any of the proposals? Were you able to see that?
They make reference to it, but there's a lot of detail that needs to be unpacked. So I think that's part of the vetting that we have to do to understand what's being offered and what the benefit is, if any.
Are these RFPs pretty detailed?
Yes, they're extensive.
Okay. Right.
Anyone else? All right, thank you, Carl. Item number 10, council discussions. Anybody have anything to discuss this morning? Excellent. Oh, you just want me to get up to Hartford quick. Thank you. Item number 11, town council committee liaison reports. Does anybody have anything to report this morning? Somebody say something.
Tom, you got
Pick it
anything
up,
that
I don't
you want
care.
to talk about EDC, or maybe I will a little bit?
That's next week.
Yeah, next meeting is next week. But in our last meeting, we talked about an outreach program to the businesses in the downtown area. And so we've begun to do that, and tending things. Carrie and I were at the Advanced Manufacturing last night. That was one of the first initiatives by the EDC, because the business communities, particularly the manufacturers, had mentioned that hiring people was a big problem and they wanted to get a pipeline. And that's a huge success. I was really blown away by what they've been doing with the machines that they have up at the high school, and where they've been able to get money from Goodwin College and other sources. And I was talking to the teacher of that, Jim, I don't know his last name, But he said they have 111 students that want to get into to work on that machine next year, and they only have one machine. So that's a great problem to have, right?
Yep.
So good news on that front. And then I attended a chamber meeting Monday as an EDC member and explained to them what we're doing. And chamber was real receptive, Paul Orsini and others, and so we'll continue that.
Good. Anybody else?
Coastal Resiliency is putting together their webpage and getting together a list of events and media outlets in order to reach out to the public and let them know what's happening, the charge of the consultants, because it's important to them to have community feedback.
Okay, thank you.
Uh-huh.
That it?
The International Festival needs all the volunteers we can get, so if anybody's interested in participating, just let me know.
What was that? The what?
The International
Oh, yeah.
Beer and Food Festival.
Has Placemakers put that on?
Yep,
Go team.
yep, Friday, July 7th, from 4 to 8.
Well, wonderful. I'll talk to you later.
Okay.
Anybody else? All right. We will now look for a motion to go in executive session and invite Carl and Mary.
So moved.
Second.
People ask.
Okay, we are back from executive session. We'll move on to item number 13. At this point, we'll look for a motion to ratify union contracts for the DPW, Clerical, and Supervisors Union. Second.
Second.
Is there any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Thank you. Lastly, a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second. All in favor? Thank you all very much. We will see you at the end of the month. Oh, we'll see you tomorrow night.
Yes.
Workshop, 6 o'clock here.
Yeah, there's none tonight, right?
None tonight. Tomorrow, 6 o'clock here.
Tomorrow
What
at
are you
6
doing,
o'clock.
you're doing something tonight, then?
Tonight's that police report from that navigator. That's at 6 o'clock.
Correct. And then they have another thing tomorrow.
Report, how we stand as far as
Yep.
racial
Tomorrow night is
profiling
this
and
room?
everything like
Tomorrow.
that.
Here?
Tomorrow's
Rose.
Rose Room? Okay.
Roseman.
So see everybody tomorrow at 6.
Okay,
Thank you.
bye-bye.
So